General Hickey, I have a couple questions for you. Obviously, just to point out to my colleagues again, when we're talking initiatives and workloads, I think Ms. Holliday's conclusion of her oral statement says a lot to that. It's literally maybe 10 sentences long and a lot of conflict in there. General Hickey, when we look at the 125 no claims pending initiative, what claims in VBA are exempt from that?
So the focus is on the entire rating bundle, and the rating bundle are the ones that were described and prescribed in the fiscal year 2000, well below when I was here, or many of the folks sitting in this room were part of this process. It was done under an entirely different process when, as a result of, we were measuring and reporting 350 different metrics, and it was driving y'all nuts and driving veterans nuts as well. So there was a big effort back in FY 2000 where they bundled them together, which is why you hear the term rating bundle and non-rating bundle. They put like things together. And so the 125 effort and goal, even back in 2005, before this former secretary was here, was put on the table focused on rating bundle. So that's what I would tell you. Generally, these are claims that require a rating adjudicative decision.
Do you have any idea? I get asked this all the time at home. How many claims that VBA deals with, don't categorize it, do you hold? No category. How many claims do you hold?
So, Congressman, I will ask you the question. Are you talking about the education claims we do that are outside of this,
yes,
or are you just talking compensation and pension?
Everything that you hold. I get asked that question all the time.
I can get you that number, but when we do 5 million education claims in 4.7 days, dispersing $42 billion to 1.2 million, we count, that's work we're doing. When we're doing loan guarantees, which we're doing record high levels and rates for those as well.
Well, I raised the question because we sit here and talk about how none of these metrics add up, and I think the IG agrees with some of it. But we'll look at the fully developed claim statistic, and it's posted on the VBA administration's reports website as of 7/12/14 that a fully developed claim took 148.6 days to complete. Now, if we sit here and we start imagining the massive workload that we have, are we ever going to get there when it's taken beyond 125 to spit out a fully developed claim?
So, Congressman, I have, under my watch, done some deeper dive analysis on our ability to do this. And I will tell you, as a simple description of how we will. We have done more than 300,000 claims in backlog in the last year. We don't have that many left in backlog this year. We are at 272,000, I think, today. That's less than 300,000. If we did 300,000 last year, by the dedicated men and women of VBA who are working hard every day, I think we can get there next year. And what I do know is this: we're not just bringing the backlog down, we're bringing the inventory down as well. And when you think about flow mechanics, when you bring an inventory down, you cycle faster on the ones you've got in inventory. So I believe we will. I think we have the data that says we can. And I think
but then we'll go to Mrs. Ruel, who was testifying under oath that leadership, through the FAST letter, was manipulating what was a backlog and what wasn't. And this is the dilemma we're in.
I hear you, Congressman, and I heard Ms. Ruel as well. I heard her back when she first brought up the issue. I responded very quickly to it. And I will tell you, I told her as she got up to leave the table, but shame on us for not telling her better. We have changed processes because of what she originally told me in that email. Fundamentally, we are moving pension into an advanced scanning operation away from a back-end scanning operation. 2 of the pension management centers have already done that, and the last one was Philly, and it was scheduled to do it for early fall. So she has made a huge impact by raising that issue of that concern, and I have adjusted the processes in VBA as a result.
Well, I think the one big process, and I think we all agree because we spent a lot of late nights sitting up here together, And we talk about this in the VA committee. I sit in that chair all the time. And we talk about stakeholders' input. Your stakeholders are the people that were on that panel before you. And that really, really needs to be addressed.
So, Congressman Runyan, I would absolutely agree. I will tell you what I do day to day. So I will also tell you I have a high degree of respect for Mr. Ron Robinson, who was sitting in my position right here a little while ago, to the point where I was one of the people when I first showed up, he started emailing. And I started asking questions about what was going on in the regional office where people were not feeling cared for, not feeling compassion, and not being treated very well. To the point, I got on an airplane, I flew down there, I sat with him for a complete day from 7 in the morning till way late in the afternoon, and I had the director at that time, regional office director, sitting there with him, and I was going with them back and forth in conversation. As a result of that, that RO director was put on a management plan that required that RO director to take certain actions to improve what was going on in the RO.